This might be the first time this has ever happened to me in this game. I have a house. How crazy is that? We own an island where we can build houses. That's interesting. Anyway, today's video is not really going to be about the house at all, although maybe it is, because I have an idea and a bit of a plan for this that we might end up using, possibly. Anyway, welcome to episode 2 of the Wartime career mode in Stormworks. So, this isn't just a building, this is actually my house. It has a bed, it has the heater, and it has some equipment for us to use. Oh, and it has an upstairs. Look at that. Beautiful. I find this kind of space really cozy, by the way. Let me know if that's true for you too. And you know what? That right there is the boat that we started with. That is my starter boat. It's kind of crazy that that's my starter boat, considering what we've had before. It has a machine gun on the front, it has 6 seats on the back, it has 2 diesel engines inside, and the ability to go down inside and fix things. It also has a bed in the front, which is kind of unusual for my builds. Anyway, we're going to be using it right now to go do this mission right here. Orange fishing boat has an emergency. Alright, let's do it. Plummet into there. Excellent. Turn it on. Go, go, go. Alright, so it's automatically going to go in the right direction. I do need to update this build because at the minute, our outboard motors, which aren't technically outboard motors, they turn too quickly and a bit aggressively, and that flips us about all over the place. So we might need to do something about that. But anyway, we're on our way out to this mission, and we're going to successfully do it, and then maybe we'll actually try and take out an enemy at some point. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my goodness, look at her go! I do want to mention that I do feel like the red doesn't look that great, and that when this thing was actually grey, I think it looked better, so we're probably going to end up changing that. As well as that, we're probably going to put a modular engine inside of this thing instead of 2 normal diesels, and I might try and sort out these engines a little bit. They look a little bit weird. We must be getting pretty close because, well, there is a hospital ship right there, there's another one right there, and if we look at the map, it's just sort of in front of those. Let me go out to the side really quickly and see if I can see it. Apparently not. I don't know where it is. Let's go and turn our lights on because that makes sense. Is it 3? It is. And 4 is our spotlight. Don't really like the fact that the spotlight lights this up the way that it does, but it is what it is. Oh, that looks like it might be our mission. Alright, so there is going to be a fire on board. So let's grab a fire extinguisher. There we go. I need to be able to see where I'm going. Unfortunately, our machine gun actually gets in the way quite a bit. I can't see in front of me at all. It's like a really big issue. Anyway, we need to rescue all of the guys on board here. I think there's 2. And we need to put out that fire. We got this. Alright, we are slowly getting closer to that boat. It looks really weird, that boat. But the 2 guys on board are actually fine. And they both have fine mustaches. Look at that guy's mustache. It's the same as that dude's. Same style and everything. Although that guy's got way more eyebrow than that dude. Anyway, I've climbed on board, so let's go ahead and get rid of the fire. There we go, sorted. And now we just need these 2 to get in my boat, please. Alright, yes. Let's go ahead and jump on board really quickly. And then he can stand there. And this guy is actually almost dead, so we're going to first aid kit him. There we go. And then fortunately, well, the hospitals are literally sailing past. So let's see if we can get to one of those and offload them. I guess the problem is, we're going to have the same problem as last time, where parking next to one of these could be an issue. Alright, this time the ship has actually just stopped, which is what we wanted last time. So, let's go ahead and climb on board and do the delivery. Hey you, come here. We got to be quick with this so that we can actually get back on our boat, but let's go and open up the door. I am actually going to fix this guy, and we're going to run inside. Come on. There we go. 2 deliveries for 3 grand each. Beautiful. Alright, you stay in there. Awesome. Okay, so instead of returning home, I'm going to go straight to sleep, and we're going to see maybe if we get a new mission around here somewhere. Well, we got a new mission. Currently, we are at this boat right here, and the new mission is over here. Search and rescue for 1 passenger that is overboard. I mean, we can do that, but we have to take them to hospital, and I don't know where the nearest one is. Alright, well, we are out of here. Let's go ahead and see if we can rescue the guy, and we'll find a hospital to take him to. Okay, so I think... Wait, what is that? There's a light over there, but I think the guy is overboard. Is actually... Yeah, there's a flashing light in the water over there. The strobe light means that is a guy overboard. So let's go get him. And then we actually have to travel this way. I'm gonna go to the St. Alexander Hospital. However, there is actually an enemy helicopter nearby. So I need to watch out for this. Hey buddy, I'm coming over there, don't you worry. Hang on, let me get past this. Grab him. Oh, he's actually really hurt. Okay, shove him right there and heal him up. Let's go find you some sort of hospital. Alright, change of plans. We are no longer going to St. Alexander Hospital. We are going to be heading north to this hospital ship right here and possibly chasing down that helicopter. So, go ahead and chuck this into here. And let's let's follow on in. Hopefully we can catch up in time to possibly shoot it down. Wait a second, I don't know what this guy is doing. He seems to be like drifting around all over the place. I am traveling pretty much directly towards him because I need to get past him, hopefully to a hospital ship. But he is just, yeah, he's doing weird stuff. He's doing really weird stuff. There's the hospital ship right there. And we're fine. Okay, yeah, he's going to be out of the way in time, hopefully. Anyway, hospital ship is right there. Enemy helicopter has actually gone off in this direction, so we might not actually have to deal with it, to be honest. I do want to try and deal with it, but it's just flying way too fast. I'm really hoping this ship abides by the rules. Alright, never mind. It's decided it wants to start its engines again and sail away, so... We're going to try and get to the other side over here. And maybe this side allows it to stop? I don't know. It feels so weird that some of them stop and some of them don't. Please! Slow down! I need some, like, side magnets on this or something so I can just drift into the side and it'll automatically stop. That would be cool. Well, not stop, but you know what I mean. We'll be, like, connected to it. Okay, well... So far, this ain't too bad. We sort of docked into it. I wish that was good enough. But it sort of isn't. Alright, there we go. No, too fast, too fast. Alright, if I could attach this via a rope, that would be amazing. I'm gonna do something risky. Alright, come here, you. We are doing the risky maneuver. Yes, we are. It's still moving. My boat is still moving down there. We are not attached on. We're going to deliver this guy as quickly as we can. There we go. And then we are going to jump back on my boat. Oh, okay. I'm happy that worked, but that was really dumb. So, I've decided, on my way home, we're actually going to be traveling past an island. We're going to go to said island, and hopefully... there is some stuff on said island that maybe we can take. So, I think it's this one. Whoa, hang on. Is it this one? Yeah, that one right there in front of us. Alright, well, we're at the island, and it is now daytime. In fact, it is very much daytime. It's lovely. We're going to go ahead and park at this jetty over here, and... well, we're just going to jump off. So, if we can get close enough to just run and jump, that would be great. Look at that. Beautiful. Is it actually going to dock itself too? Maybe? Don't know. Anyway, we're going to look around the island and see if there are any crates for me to steal. First and quickest place to look is actually inside the building. And currently, no crates right there. Let's have a little look in the bedrooms. Sometimes there are crates back here. Possibly in this room. Nope. No crates. What about this room? No crates in here. Okay, never mind. Alright, it's time to now just run around and see if there are any anywhere else. Well, so far, nothing. So, we're just gonna go ahead and return back to the... okay, never mind. 10 grand! Nice! We're gonna return back to the boat now, now that I'm actually very happy. And then we're gonna return back to our house. And our house is about to get a makeover. Alright, turn around, turn around, turn around. Let's go ahead and set this as our destination. Go Go ahead and plug it straight into there. Turn our engine on. There we go. Excellent. And off we go. Alright, it should be taking me in the right direction. And we're going to go straight back home. Oh, home sweet home. Yes. Okay, this is where things get interesting. Or maybe not. Who knows? Alright, return it to the workbench. There we go. We're going to be using this as part of our building. Okay, so the thing that I'm about to start building is going to be kind of weird, and it does mean that we aren't going to be using this workbench anymore, like ever. The only workbench we will be able to use is the one that's inside the cave, because, well, what I'm about to build. Okay, so in order to build the thing that I want to build, let's go ahead and bring this way. We're going to go ahead and send it this way as well, and then we're going to build the thing right here. Okay, so the thing that I've got right now is completely fine, where we're at. What I want to do is build a building pretty much here. So let me go ahead and extend this guy outwards a little bit more. We're going to bring this guy outwards a little bit more too. In fact, we might as well go to the end. There we go. We're then going to attach these guys together, and they're actually going to be attached to the floor, but I'm not going to do that just yet. In fact, I sort of am, but I'm sort of not. Anyway, delete all of these guys. We're going to leave that guy right there for now. And I need a color. I need like this color. That's fine. So what we're going to do is have this go down into the ground. Oh, we can't actually have it go all the way down. We're going to pretend it goes to the floor. Okay, we'll pretend that goes to the floor. Although actually, we'll do it from here instead. All right, so this is going to go all the way down to there. We are going to go ahead and have like a solid beam around it. Is this actually costing me money? It actually is. Ooh, that makes things even more interesting. All right, zoom that down to the bottom. Go ahead and do this one up to there. We are going to delete this guy going down, and I am going to attach all of these guys to the sides because, well, these are going to be support pillars going into the sea. All right, so far so good. It's weird, yes, but I think it's kind of cool at the same time. Alright, so that goes down into the sea like that. There we go. We're going to go ahead and do another one of those underneath this corner. We're going to do another one underneath like a corner over here as well. And hopefully that'll be good. Oh yeah, there we go. So there's another one. Let's go ahead and merge that with this. We're then going to actually have one... I don't know where this is. So if that is 11 away from there, we're going to try and do the same thing here. 11, okay, which means this actually goes here. Paste that in, merge it together, delete this guy right here, and these pieces over to there. And then actually, instead of this guy being here, or as well as that guy being there, we're going to have another one next to it. There we go. All the way backwards into here like this. That is awesome. Okay. Yeah, it's strange. I've never really built a building before in this game, but we are building buildings now. Okay, from here, we're going to go ahead and attach that to there. We're going to go ahead and do this one across to here as well, and we'll send that one backwards into there. We're then going to go from here across as well, all the way to at least there. That's fine. Okay, so far, so good. Okay, we're now going to go ahead and attach these guys together in some sort of fashion. Don't know what kind of fashion it is, but there we go. So that's going to go there. We're going to go ahead and do a similar thing right here. There we go. Attach these guys together, and then I might just do this and this. And then if I could put like a cross in there, that would be cool, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. That goes all the way to the edge. All right, that'll work. Sure. We could obviously have it go back this way, but we don't really need to. Yeah, you know what? We'll have it. Okay, so far so good. So we've gone ahead and put another brace over there. I don't know what I'm actually looking to do right now. I don't know how long my boat is. So we need to go ahead and essentially grab my boat again, see how long it is, and then we can build the ramp into the water. All right, there we go. So I've gone ahead and extended these beams out right here to show how long the boat is from around this bit right here. So if we had the boat, we can have it inside a building right there. We then need to build the ramp from about this point going down into the water. So I think the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to delete these guys. We're going to go to pivots, And I'm actually going to grab a pivot and shove it on there like this. I mean, it doesn't really matter how this goes on here particularly, but we're going to go ahead and join those guys together, sort of. Although, actually, it's going to be a bit different to that. Oh, I don't know how this bit's going to go, but we'll see. So, essentially, I'm going to go ahead and get a rail. No, actually, it's a track, isn't it? Yeah, we need a track. So I need one of these that goes in the center of this. So that is currently 8, and this is currently 8. Alright, so this is in the correct place. Shove that right there, and zoom it! All the way to the end. There we go. Alright, so far so good. We're then going to actually extend this out by 1 on each side of here. So there's this, and there is this. There we go. And then we're going to do the weird thing, which is actually this. There we go. 2 of those. And 2 of these. Right here. Oh, hang on. There we go. Excellent. And then we're actually going to go ahead and just do a line from here all the way to the end. Like this. And we're going to do a very similar thing right here too. There we go. And there we go. Okay, from here we're going to go all the way to the end back this way. There we go. And I kind of need this to just go down into the water. Okay, here it is. So, in this situation then, let's run across to here and have it... Ah! Okay, I need to do that again. Maybe I should have made a bit of a wider walkway. Yep, definitely should have. Come on. I think this is going to be... Ah, what am I doing? This is going to be so cool, but we really got to work on it. There we go. All right, and then skinny mini me. Skinny mini me go. Hey, there we go. So I'll have that go down at a rate of 0.1. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Real quick, before we change that though, let's get back inside here, go to sleep, and then we can figure it out. There we go. Good. Okay, so in order to make this work, we're just going to go ahead and put a constant number on there. It is going to be 0.1, and we're going to connect that directly to here. Bosh and bosh. So now when I spawn it in, we will see that the angle is there. Okay, and it goes straight into the water, and... oh, we're going to extend it by 1 more of these sections. And then that should be fine. Yeah, there we go. So I've extended it by 1, and instead of being 0.1, it is now 0.15, which means it's a little bit more of an angle. That's okay. So now if I go ahead and add more of a line onto this, maybe we can slide the boat across and then down. Before we build everything else, I want to make sure this works. Well, there it is. There's the boat. I think if we are able to push the boat, to begin with, here we go. So if I start pushing, and it goes onto the ramp, you see, that's where the ramp is a bit of a problem. So, because the ramp is too much of an angle, I don't think it's automatically going to go on there. Ah, okay. We gotta sort that out. Okay, it's back to 0.1. Go, 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 go! Oh, is it really not gonna allow it to work? Please! It's not working! Oh, that sucks. I feel like if the grippers were a little bit different, maybe it'd be fine. Alright, so what we're gonna do then is we are gonna delete this guy. We are gonna delete this guy as well. Shove the floor back in. We're going to do the same at the back, shove the floor back in, and we're just going to go ahead and paint that over, paint this over. Although, actually, no, delete that again, sorry. Shove this guy into there, shove another one back here as well, that's fine. And then we're actually just going to go ahead and attach this guy into there, this guy into here, and maybe now it will be fine. I just don't know. You know, it's kind of annoying that I don't know, but... it is what it is. That hasn't even grabbed on. Okay, one more attempt. Come on, please work. This would be really good if it did. If it doesn't work, then we might just sack the idea. Oh, there he goes. There she goes. Down the boat ramp into the water. Yeah. Am I going to be able to get that back onto here? The answer is unlikely, but maybe. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll give it a little bit more of an angle, so this is a little bit more in the water, and then we might be able to get that back onto here and up the ramp. Oh my goodness. You know what I've done? Because I've spawned this... Oh, what the... Because I've spawned this in so much, we actually have an issue with fuel. Because when you spawn something in, it actually takes some fuel off of you. And because I've spawned it in so many times, it's actually taken loads of fuel off me. Meaning that now we probably don't have very much fuel here at all. Although actually, where do I even see that? So it probably says 0. Yeah. Diesel, 0 liters. Okay, well, it's not all lost. We still have 1,200 liters, but we need to go get more now. That is really bad. That is really, really bad. Anyway, there is a mission out here that we could go do. So maybe we actually get on with that. Oh, I don't know. That kind of sucks, actually. That really sucks. Okay, so what I'm doing instead of doing the mission right now is I filled the fuel tanks with water instead, so we still get the right buoyancy sort of thing, and the same weight. But the diesel doesn't go out my tank, so we still have 1,000 diesel left. But we can continue trying to use this, so that would be pretty cool. Alright, that worked. There we go. And then, bam, straight into the water. Although it goes a little bit too far into the water. Alright. Yeah? No? I think that's a bit crazy. To be honest, if it is under power, maybe it'll go straight in. But who knows? I think it's a little bit too long, actually. So we're gonna remove a little bit of this off the end. We'll probably split this last section in half. And then it should be able to pop off, maybe. Okay, so the last section, if we just go ahead and grab it from here and there, and we go to about there, we can go ahead and cut it, move it this way a bunch, paste it back in, merge that with that. That's probably fine. But who knows? Also, another thing that I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to grab this guy from here down to, well, wherever it goes down to, which is down here, apparently. All the way over to this guy. Yes. We're going to go ahead and copy that. Yep. And I'm going to move it out to about there. Yes. Paste that in. There we go. Grab this guy. Zoom it out to there. Grab this guy. Zoom it out to here. Shove that into there. Merge this with this. And then we can attach all these guys together like that. There we go. Bosh and bosh. We're going to do this one from here across to there. And then I need to do this bit too. So out to here. From here across to there. Do this one. There we go. And there we go. And this is where the building's going to go. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense, right? Maybe. All right. Attach that into there. That's all good. I mean, I'm somewhat happy with this. It's just a bit weird. Alright, so, I'm gonna go ahead and try and connect these ones together as well. Don't know how I'm gonna go about it, though. I'm gonna just do that. There we go. So, it's connected differently to this piece, obviously, but that's fine. Shove that one up to there. Do the same with this side. From here to there. Go ahead and do this guy in the middle. There we go. And then just do that one going back over. And same with this side. I mean, it's not the nicest looking thing in the world. And it would be cool if it all looked the same. But it's fine. This is okay. Alright, let's get to building an actual building then. So, the way that I want to do this is... I'm going to obviously build it out of wood. Well, at least it's going to look like it's wood. I'm going to build it up from here. We're going to go up. I don't know how much. Door? We'll go up to like a door height. Oh, maybe higher actually. Yeah, we'll go up to there. That's fine. We're going to zoom it across from here to the back. Yes. And I'm going to go up from here. There we go. Right, cool. Although actually, maybe it should be lower than this. By like... 1. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go from here to here. That's currently fine. Not amazing, but it's fine. We're gonna fill all this in like that. Although... I don't know. Although this is too flat right now. We'll come back to it once we need to make it less flat. All right, we're then going to go ahead and attach one of these guys onto here, and we're going to build it up to about that point right there. We're then going to go ahead and zoom these guys across the sides. I'm going to go ahead and send this bit up to there as well. In fact, probably to this point. There we go. We'll delete this guy for now. And I am going to go ahead and fill in all of this section right now. The thing is, realistically, we can't quite afford this just yet. So we will be changing this up eventually. But for now, let me go ahead and just fill all this in. We might not be using the boat ramp straight away. But as soon as we get enough money to have the boat ramp and the boat and everything else, this is what we're going to be using. So I think that's cool. Anyway, attach all these guys onto here. That's all awesome. We are going to go ahead and do the same sort of trick with a gutter. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead and shove that across there. And that's fine, I think. Is that fine? Maybe. We're then going to go ahead and do... Wait, how have I even done this? How have I even done this? That goes there. And this goes here. And then these guys go here. Aha! Yes. That is kind of correct. However, is this the wrong color? Was the gutter always the wrong color? I have no idea. Alright, shove that back on there like that. Push that all the way out to the edge like that. Shove this guy on here like this. And zoom that up from here. There we go. We're going to do the same thing on this side, so zoom it up. Although this guy is one of these instead. And one of these. Okay, right. I feel like that works out, maybe. We're then going to copy and paste this to this side. We're obviously going to need a door in here as well. And I think I'll add windows and stuff like that too. Alright, it kind of goes into the floor over here, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. It just has to exist like that. Okay, so from there, what are we going to do? Well, I need this to be somewhat flat for a second. For a little bit. There we go. How many is that? That's 4. Let's go ahead and do the same thing with this piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to have it go up from there. So let's go ahead and bring this guy down to attach onto this piece. We're going to bring this guy down as well. Again, to attach onto there. We'll do the same thing or similar thing at the back. There and there. And then we'll probably seal off the back, seal off this bit on the front and this bit on the front, and then we need to possibly raise the roof up right here in this bit. Alright, cool, so, floor gonna go in here, probably actually all the way to the other end anyway, so we'll just shove that in now. There we go. I mean, it's cool looking, but I do feel like maybe the boat looks a bit too big for the building, you know? Like, the building's pretty small, the boat's pretty large. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's go ahead and build a walkway from here into the building itself, and we can figure it out from there. Okay, so I've built this up like so. Let me go ahead and send this backwards as well real quick, just so that we can know how high to build these ones to, which is there, obviously. We're then going to send it across here, and we're going to delete these two, and we'll build these ones up to there as well. I'm going to attach that to there. We're going to send this from here over to there, and then we're going to start building another roof on top of this. Okay, I suppose that works. Cool. Let's go ahead and just do this guy as well. We're going to send this back down. We're going to attach that onto there. Don't know what I'm going to fill this with just yet, but we should try and figure that out. Let me go ahead and delete all of these on the interior one and just do that. Okay, I've messed that up a little bit. Hang on. If I do this, it's better. Bosh. Okay, so far so good. We're also just going to go ahead and box this off for now. We're going to box this bit off for now as well. And I guess this piece. And there we go. Alright, so far so good. Let me delete this guy. We're going to attach this from here to here. Okay. And then we need to build the roof onto this piece, and then we'll figure it out from there. Maybe. Bam! There it is. I mean, it looks interesting, I suppose. What I'm going to do at the top right here really quickly is put a bar across. Yep, we're going to put a bar across. We're just going to go ahead and build this up like this, and essentially what I'm doing is just building a little bit of a support on this piece. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm sure it's fine. So let's just whack this into here. Shove this guy going back down. And there we go. We got a bit of a beam support thingamabobby going on there. And I'm happy with that. Okay, so now what I want to do is put in a little bit of a walkway right here. Okay. How wide is this? 6. So put that there. How wide is that now? That is still 6. What am I doing? Yeah, I guess that's actually fine. There we go. Build this from here all the way over to here, and this is our house, obviously. That will be fine. Although it needs to go on this piece instead. Aha! Yes! Okay, right. We're going to go ahead and delete a bunch of this. And just shove that onto there. Delete that guy. Build that onto there. Zoom this across here. Okay. We're going to do that underneath pretty much all of it, I think. Although, actually, we could just do it to there. That's fine. Same with this piece. To there. And we can try and sort out all of this, but I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. Okay. Just going to zoom this out to here. Whack this all the way up to there. We're going to shove a door, obviously, into this section. Although, actually, maybe it could just be open. There we go. And we'll shove that into here. So, do this. Oh. You know what? Just put that there. There we go. That's fine. Put that there. We're going to go ahead and paint around the edge of this so it looks nicer. And that will allow us a way in. Okay. Let's see how this is. I don't know, I feel like I'm putting a lot of effort into building a boat ramp, and I don't really even need one. This door is tiny, and we do not fit. So I'm going to have to do something about that. It needs to be a little bit taller. We are inside, though, and we have our boat inside. I think that's actually pretty sick. That's so cool. Okay, so unfortunately the gutter is going to have to go on this piece. We are going to be raising this bit up to here instead. That should allow us to be able to walk through there, kind of. So that's good. We're going to delete the gutter on both sides. We're going to zoom this out a little bit. Yep. And we're actually just going to go ahead and build a roof onto there. Yeah, we're going to do it out of these pieces. I think that's fine. If I go ahead and do this, and this, that is okay, I think. If we then attach these guys into the actual roof itself, that will be fine. Maybe. So if I just keep this going up, I guess that's actually going to properly attach on. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Delete that going across. There we go. Do this going back across. And we'll reattach all these pieces on again. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And then one more in there. Go ahead and connect these guys across here. Delete that one. Shove one of these back into there. And then the roof bit right here can just look like this. Which is kind of what I wanted, but I feel like I've made it look really ugly behind. Yeah, this bit looks weird. What have I done there? What have I done there? What's going on? Right, delete all of those. Reattach this piece. Shove this guy onto here. And zoom it out. Yeah. Alright, I feel like that's better. Maybe. Alright, shove that guy onto there. This guy onto here. We're going to seal off this little piece up here. Just like that. Let's go ahead and then shove this guy in there. This guy in here. And these guys can go down into the floor like so. Okay, I might even just use these pieces. There we go. Alright, shove that in there. Go ahead and shove one in this piece as well. That's fine. Yeah, why not? It is now time to add some portholes. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this bit up here on both sides, I think. Hold on, that's there. There we go. And there we go. And what I'm going to do is just put a bunch of those across here. Copy that. Move it across to the back end. Is it in by 1? It is. We're then going to move it in by about 5. There we go. Paste that there. In by about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shove that there. And then wherever the centerpiece is on this. That is 15. So if we go across 7. It's right here. Alright, there we go. Paste that in. Delete this guy. Merge these guys all together. And we have ourselves some windows. Beautiful. I'm also going to go ahead and shove one big old window up here as well into this section. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Just like that. There we go. Okay. It's coming together quite well. I don't really like the fact that this is so open, but it has to be because there's a boat in there. I'm going to go ahead and put windows in the bottom section as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Shove that into there and then go across 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That goes in the center. We're then going to do the same thing over here. Although obviously it's a little bit different because, well, this is in the way. So we're just going to go ahead and do the back section instead. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shove that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Delete these guys. Shove that in there as well. There we go. We got windows all around. Whee! Straight down into the water. Yes. Oh, it totally works as well. Yes. So at the rear back here, we're going to need a winch of some sort so that we can actually pull the boat from there up the hill. Realistically, it can either come in forwards or backwards. I don't really mind. I might actually start pulling it in forwards because I feel like that actually makes more sense anyway, because then the propellers end up in the water and we can reverse it out and drive away. Realistically though, launching it forwards does make a lot more sense in real life because that's the whole point. You get out of here really quickly and you're out of here. You're going. But whatever. Anyway, I think it's cool. I like it. Alright, well, let me go ahead and shove some lights in here then, and we need to do a tiny bit of work on the boat. I think I'm going to change the red into more of a grey again, just to suit the sort of military theme, but yeah, I mean, it's working out. This is good. Let's also put the winch in there too, so lights and winch. Okay, so the lights, I'm actually just going to go ahead and position directly underneath the windows, so that no matter whether it's daytime or nighttime, the light is sort of coming from the same place. Not a necessary thing at all, in fact, but it's fine. There we go. Okay, push all those into there. I think that's probably going to be enough light, but who knows? And then a winch. The winch might be an issue. I might actually have to position it up here, which isn't the best place, but might be fine. Alright, well, we'll, like, brace it on the wall. This feels wrong. This feels so wrong. Shove that in there, and then do this. Alright, that goes there, and then that goes there and there. Alright, sure. Alright, so, let's go ahead and put ourselves a... Ooh, it's kind of annoying that we can't get around the boat, isn't it, actually? We need, like, a thing. We need a thing. Like a little control unit thing. So we're just going to go ahead and raise this up. I'm going to shove that guy in there, and I'm going to attach it to here like this. There we go. We're then going to go ahead and do this, I guess, and that's fine for now. We're then going to get a button, and that's going to be for either up or down. So winch up, and then winch down. Okay. So let's go ahead and connect those together. So winch down goes to down, obviously. Up goes to up. We're going to connect the batteries to the batteries in the house. I don't know how useful that actually is. I don't know. And I still don't know if you actually need batteries or not for that, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and connect those guys up there. Excellent. And that one to there as well. We're then going to go ahead and get ourselves another button. And that is going to be for the lights. There we go. So, lights. Okay, excellent. I'm just going to connect that electricity to there. This is going to go to each of these. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and we're going to see what that looks like. Okay, so with all the lights on, this is what it looks like in here. Obviously, we get our winch right there. We get our winch controls right here as well, just in case you need to winch it back up. And since that's the situation that we're sort of in right now, let's go ahead and connect this to the back of this, and we can sort it out from there. So that's connected. Let's go ahead and winch down. Okay, we'll send it into the water, and then we'll see if we can actually winch it back up. We're going to give it a good go. Alright, so that's trying to fall down into the water. Please say it's going to go all the way down. That would be great. Please. It might not flop off the end because of the way that I launched it. So actually, winch it back up, and we'll relaunch it. But look, so it's pulling. We need to make sure that it goes over this section right here. I hope it does, but I don't know. If it doesn't, we might add some little supports here on either side that allow it to be a little bit more stable in that situation, but no, it's fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is winch it down again. I'm going to hold it here for now, and then when we release it, we're going to hopefully let it go into the water, and then we can pull it up after that. I'm going to assume that that is winched out enough. Go, go, go! Alright, we are sending it. It is flying down into the water, and it's off the ramp. There we go. So there you go. It's floating in the water all by itself. Now we go ahead and winch up and see if it will be able to get back onto the tracks and come up into here again. It might not, but we'll see. Alright, is it tensioning? Is it tightening? Yes, it is. It's pulling in. Oh, yeah, causing problems. So what is that actually caught on? Whoa! It's actually caught on this strut right here, so I'm going to get rid of that. Before we send it back into the water, though, we're going to get a spotlight. I'm going to go ahead and shove it actually above right here like this. We're going to add a... I guess a button to this, so that's going to go to the lights button. There we go. And we're actually going to put the rotation so that it aims down a bit. I guess. I don't know. So, constant number, shove that in right there. Connect this guy to this guy. The on number is going to be something like 0.25. And we'll see what that does. Aha! There we go. So the light is shining down onto the ramp. Let's go ahead and do our test again. Okay, I've definitely winched it out enough now. Send it! Go, 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 go! Yes! Straight down into the water. I mean, realistically, I should probably be on the boat when we send it, but I don't know a way in which I would do that. Although, I have an idea, so there is a way that I can do that. Anyway, I love that the spotlight works, and it shines pretty much directly at the end of the ramp, which is kind of where you want it to shine. Yeah. So the problem that happened last time is the propellers actually hooked onto one of these cross members right here. I'm hoping this time that I've gotten rid of... Yeah, that ain't it. That's not how that's supposed to work. Okay, well, to be honest with you guys, that isn't the way that it's going to work anyway. The winch is going to be connected once we're down there. However, we are going to have to drive onto it in order for the winch to actually do its thing anyway. So, actually, in theory, in reality, it's all fine. This is good. Okay, let's change the color of the boat and see what it looks like. Alright, well, there it goes, and it's in a different color now, so we're in a good situation. This is sick. This is so cool. Yeah, so we built a boathouse for the first time ever, and now we should probably do some missions. However, this mission is not great. Although, maybe we should actually go out there and try and do it anyway. We just don't have enough fuel. We need to figure out the fuel situation. Okay, well, diesel's in. Let's go, 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 go. Realistically, I should be able to jump into one of these seats. Yeah, we are getting sent down into the water. Excellent. Turn on the cooling. Go ahead and turn on the engine, and let's go. Once we return back home, we're gonna try and drive straight up that. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. I don't know what the mission is, actually. I should have probably checked. A cargo boat has gone missing. Okay. I don't know if that's the cargo boat over there, but I'm gonna head over and see. Oh yeah, they just launched a flare. They literally just launched a flare. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, let's get over there and see if we can rescue all the guys. I don't know how many there's gonna be, but we'll figure it out. Oh my goodness, extinguish all fires and rescue 5 guys, 5 casualties to a hospital. Alright, well, if that's my mission, that is my mission. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. Slowly pull over to it. And I might start trying to put out the fire from actually over here. Oh, I can't quite reach. Hang on. There we go. Alright, put out the fire at the back. Start putting out the fire towards the front. This is actually not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. Alright, let's go ahead and jump across onto the boat then. Here we go. Jump over the barrier, please. Excellent. And hopefully this will go out straight away. Alright. I can't really see any more fire, but there is some. Hey, we did it. Okay, so there's 1 guy here, 2 guys. Let's leave those out here. There's a dead dude. So that's 3. Let me go ahead and put that guy with these ones. There we go. So that's 3. Is there any more back here? There's a dead guy in the water. Let's go ahead and grab that guy. How many more is there? There should be 1 more somewhere. He's probably in the engine room, so we're gonna go check. Here we go. Oh, yes, in the engine room. Okay, let's make our way back upstairs. Excellent. We'll bring our defibrillator onto the boat, and we'll rescue everyone. I'm gonna leave that open. It'd be funny to make it sink. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump back over to our boat. Grab a defib and go from there. So defib's right here. Yes. We do have enough seats on my boat to rescue everyone, so don't worry about that. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and fix the guys up as much as I can, sort of. Excuse me? Why are you jumping? Just so that we don't end up in a horrible situation. Okay, they all jumped. Some of them hit my boat, but that's fine. Alright, on you get. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And finally you. There's 5. Alright, we got everybody on board. Excellent. Okay, well, it's time to head back home, so let's go ahead and twist my way out of here. And... oh my. Oh my. Shove that in there. I don't know what's going on. We're currently spinning around. Okay, we're in a good situation now. I think we're fine. That was crazy. That was actually crazy, but we're in a okay situation. How much fuel do we have? 900. Okay, well, guys, fun fact, I'm gonna run out of fuel very soon, but you will all be rescued, so don't worry. Okay, so we're coming back up to another hospital boat. Hopefully it does slow down and we can get on board pretty easily because we have 5 guys. Is this the one? This is the one we attacked, sort of. We had to try and stop it because it wouldn't stop by itself. Okay, is it not gonna stop this time either? I don't understand why. Why? I also didn't add the magnets that I probably should have. Alright, you know what? We need some practice anyway. I'm gonna try and shoot out its things. Its propellers. Alright, there we go. I don't know if that's worked. I don't know if that's worked. I love that there's guys on the back of my boat just like, yeah, I mean, obviously we are getting rescued, but is the guy just shooting a hospital ship? Yes, I am. I am just shooting a hospital ship. I have damaged both propellers, but there's still an issue. There is still an issue. Come on, just stop the boat. I mean, where's the other one? The other one's actually really far away. There is also a helicopter we need to worry about. So, I can't use all my ammo. Okay, current situation. I am ramming into the hospital boat, and it's scary as heck. But we're going to go ahead and jump onto the ladder, and we're going to try and attach... Attach onto there. Okay, I've attached my boat onto the hospital boat. Problem is, my boat is now trying to sail away, so let's go ahead and turn this off. Okay. I think that's not fine. We're getting dragged weirdly now. We're getting dragged so weirdly. But I now have to try and jump onto the hospital ship like this. Okay, you know what? Actually, I can get them all on board from here, and if I can do that, that's great. Let's go and get this guy, and then the final dude. There we go. I just need to make sure that I don't fall overboard. Okay, you're full health, you're full health, you're full health, you're not. Alright, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's go! Inside, everybody. Let's go, let's go. Yes, 3 grand, 3 grand, 3 grand, 3 grand. Woo! That's a lot of money. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? Wait. One of them has fallen off! Oh, well, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not dealing with that at all. No. No. That's not my problem. That is $3,000 waiting out there for me, but no. No, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. I'm returning home. Okay, let's set this in here. Bosh that on. Start your engines. Please don't crash into anything. Go. I'm leaving $3,000 in the water back there. And a human, but you know, that's not the point. Okay guys, we have made it back home. However, I didn't leave the lights on, so we might have a problem. Let's just go ahead and turn ourselves around a little bit, and we should be fine. The thing is, the sun is coming up, so actually we're probably fine anyway. Turn into it, please. Here we go. Yep. Turn, turn, turn. No, I don't know what's happening now. Did I accidentally press 2? No, I have literally no idea what's going on anymore. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm going to throttle up the engine to leave it throttled up. There we go. And then I'm going to turn into this. There we go. Just a little bit, please. Okay, excellent. Just a little bit more. Turn. For some reason it is just moving me sideways. It shouldn't be. I don't know why it's doing this. This is really bad. Anyway, if I just go ahead and... Is it jammed? I don't know what was going on there. That's weird. Anyway, drive forwards. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright. Try and line up the center line. I'm coming in at the worst angle possible, but it's fine. There we go. Come on. Okay. We're gonna turn off the engine and we'll leave it like that. Okay. Give me a rope. Let's try and pull it up. This could be terrible. It's already in not a very good location, but let's just run up here anyway and try and do it. There we go. If I winch up, let's see what happens. I'm scared. I am quite scared. Ooh, no! Oh, no! Yeah, that's not great. Oh, that is not great. That is not great. Yeah, so it never actually ended on the thing quite right. So that was probably my bad again. Anyway, I need to stop this because we're probably going to run out of fuel. So stop. Yeah, so I do actually have an idea of how I can sort of fix this. I might actually sort of copy what this hull looks like and put it down at the very bottom so that at least the first thing that you drive into is actually the correct shape. From there, these guys can all stay like this. So I feel like that makes sense to do, so let's do it, let's do it. Okay, so let's do it. It's 5 on the bottom, which is this, like that, there we go, and then it's like 3 up. So if I just go ahead and do this, like so, that should be, weirdly, enough. There we go, so bring that up like that as well. we're going to go ahead and send this across this way a little bit. In fact, it's probably all the way to there, which is crazy. We're going to do this all the way to here as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bring it back down to here. There we go. All right, same on this side, down to here. Zoom that across there, and that's fine. I'm then going to go ahead and do this piece as well. And this piece right here too. Okay. Send that up. Alright, there we go. And send this up. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is... actually just do this. So, for these guys right here, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. There we go. All the way to this piece. And I'm going to do this all the way to there. And the same right here. So, was it this one? No. It was the one above. There we go. That goes all the way down there. This goes all the way back. And I think we're in a good situation there. So we should be able to drive it in. And it should just work. Maybe. It should just work maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Let's go ahead and push it down just to make sure it still goes down into the water. And then we can figure it out from there. Go, go, go! Oh, it gets stuck. Really? What is it getting stuck on? What bit is getting stuck? Because it shouldn't be, like, too wide for it or anything. It should be pretty much perfect. It's not quite. Interesting. Okay, I fixed it. So, essentially, the little control surfaces were whacking into this corner right here. So, I've deleted the corner. Now it goes down into the water just fine. Which is good. Boat doesn't currently have any diesel on it, so we can't do anything about what is happening right now, but it's fine. We're in a situation now where when we get back, we should be able to aim straight for the center of these guys, and then use the winch to pull us in. Woo! Okay, well, this has been a kind of uneventful video, sort of. We have built a whole boathouse, but we haven't really done anything else. In the next one, I think I want to try and destroy some sort of enemy, so I think we might do some helicopter hunting. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever the heck this was, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.